Farm Guy here with a new mod test for Farming Simulator 22, and this is the ITRunner Pack for all platforms, PC, Mac, and console. I'm on PS5 on Rockcrawl, and this is by Pepe978, 7.3 megabytes to download. It's a pack of it's four attachments, ITRunner attachments. This is one of them. It has a couple of variations to them. We're going to talk about this in a minute. Yes. So, there's a number of things going on with this, but we'll start at the beginning. There's a dumper, a container floor tipper, and two dumpers, and a flat deck, and another flat deck-ish type vehicle you can use for both. Now, let's look at it in the store first, because like I say, I kind of don't know where to start with this, but we'll start here. Is the best and simplest place to start. We have the floor container, which is strictly a flat deck, $6,500. It is 2 slots, 2 slots, 2 slots, 3 slots for the grain container, so very low on the slot count and very low on the megabytes. Now we have a bale design or a load vehicles. If you have the load vehicle design one, you don't get tension straps with it. If you get the bale one, you get tension straps. We have a choice of a few colors: red, blue, another red, green, gray fog, and a navy gray, which is similar colors that we've seen from Pepe978. And yeah, still there's things we need to talk about. Right. So, what do you use this with? What do you use this with? Is what I was trying to say, and it is a hook lift truck attachment. So, I have a couple of examples here. I have the Tatra ITR 460. It's the Phoenix Tatra by erShaba and VSR Modding Sur. It is a hook lift truck. I also have a trailer. This is the Lizard AM 21 ITR, and this is by Vanquish 081. They are both hook lift, and I usually have these downloaded always for this purpose, to test out hook lift type trailer or attachments. Now, generally those two work with pretty much everything, and this is no exception for that in that respect. Now, again, I'm going to talk a little bit about Pepe978 and the description for the ITRunner Pack here that we see here. It is mentioned compatibility with all vehicles with a lifting arm is not guaranteed, which is fine, because some of them do work, some of them don't. I know that. It also goes on to say compatible with the Fiat 190-38 version 1.1.00. This is a Fiat truck by Pepe978, which is actually this one right over here. The Fiat 190-38. That's exactly what is described in the description for these. Now, it is a very curious thing to me, because if we go and look at that mod, here it is, the Fiat 190-38. That's all there is to it. It's a truck. It does not have a hook lift option. Spoiler options, decal options, attacher, trailer hitch, and a license plate option, color options, the same colors that we've seen with there, the gray fog, navy gray, yes, okay, nothing else. So that's very curious to me. I even looked at the mod hub of the PC version, and I don't think that one has a hook lift option either. So that strikes me as very curious. So if you were looking at that and saying, well, how is this? I don't know. I'm not sure. I even downloaded Pepe 978's version of the Fiat 190-48 to wondering if maybe it was just a typo and he meant this one. However, this one does not have a hook lift option either. And I'll just show you that. Here it is, the Fiat 190-48. It also does not have an option for hook lift. So I don't know which one he's referring to. However, we shall move on with these two. Now, let's talk about this first, the flat deck. And we will demonstrate. This one doesn't quite play well with these attachments, and I will show you that in a moment. So we're just going to talk about this one. This one seems to work fairly well with it, although still not perfect. As with hook lifts, you deploy the hook. L1 and X usually deploys and extends that hook for you, and as you back up to whatever it is you're trying to hook up to, attachment, you will get the attach. There we go, lizard floor container, attach. Now that it's attached, you can actually operate, making sure you highlight it, highlight the item, and then we can fasten and unfasten the tension belts whilst it's still down there. And that's all there is. That's the only operation you can really have. You can drive forward with it hooked up to it and drag it kind of away from somewhere. L1 and X, again, it will load the units onto the vehicle. And of course, that's why I would recommend putting the tension belts on when it's down on the ground. Otherwise, stuff will fall off as you're lifting it on. And that's pretty much it. You can then still R1 and attach and detach the tension belts. Right, so that's pretty much straightforward, that one there. So let's have a look at that one. We started there, and then I don't know, I diverged. So let's go back and look at it. Because we have two options. We have bales or load vehicles. I just showed you the bales. We have the color options. There is a load vehicle option, which I just told you about. And if you choose that, you don't get the tension belts. So let's drop this off, because there's not much to it. That's all there is to it. And dropping off the container is where sometimes things get a little bit rangy. And we'll see, yeah, there we go. It's a little sticky on there for some reason. And it's a little sticky on the other trailer too. This one, not so much. All right. Now, the issue I have with the load vehicle option is it's very difficult to actually get a vehicle on here. And as you can see here, I did not have it attached. And as I tried to drive the vehicle up it flipped over on top of my vehicle here. So now it's stuck. There we go. Right. Oh dear. Right. Okay. So it doesn't have any straps, as I said, and I've been trying to get see, look, it just bounces around. So let's hook it up and see if we can get a vehicle on there, because I tried to get a smaller vehicle, but as you will see, it doesn't sit far enough close to the ground, so the wheels kind of bend it, and so I don't know if it's my ineptitude at trying to get this. So that's the way it is. R1, if we get, there we go, that is it there. No tension belts. So it's just odd to me that the bale trailer has tension belts, but the one that says vehicle loading or vehicle, there we go. You have to go with something big enough that the wheels can get up over that ridge. Otherwise, it just pushes it all over the place. Right, so now we get in, but we still don't have any tension belts. But we can load it. And it seems to be sticking on there pretty good, so that's good. Right, so there you go. That's how you would load a vehicle onto that. I don't know why there's a specific one just for vehicle loading. And I do think, yeah, it's not really stuck on there. So if you're a little too rough with it, it could possibly fall off because of the no tension belts. Anyways, that is the flat deck version. So let's just drop this off. And again, the same scenario. L1 and X will push it off, and yeah, it's what? Oh yeah, it does that. It's not. It. Oh man. Just makes a mess. Yeah, it does that. Right. It's catching on something. It could be that this particular ITRunner or hook lift truck is not exactly compatible, although you may find one that is more compatible than these. Okay, let's hook that up, and it's stuck on that. Get off of there. Right, so let's hook this up. Now this one is, let's go back in here and look at this one. This is the next one in the series. The tipper container, $7,000, up to 12 to 18,000 liters. Not sure. Oh, that's width, 12 to 18 meters. I don't know what that means or why that's there. 12,000 liters. We have tipper or load vehicles. And then we have back opening conditions, tipper, and I can't even read that, combination, tipper or load vehicles. So the other one I have is a load vehicle one. This is the tipper one I have right now. $8,000 for the load vehicle. I've been fooling around with these. We have colors. Right. I'm still not sure what the 12-meter spreading width is all about. That's curious to me. All right, maybe someone can inform me, because we got filling, so we can fill it with anything. And it doesn't really matter. Fill it with wheat. Sure, why not? And we have the unload here, and all the normal stuff. It works fine as a tipper. We come over here, we can unload it. That works fine, just like so. Very nice. Just like that. So I do know there what the one of the differences between. Oh, okay, there we go. So we don't have any tension belts on this, which I would not expect it to have necessarily. So let's back it up, and hopefully it doesn't just go nuts trying to unload here. And yes, okay, let's take it off. Okay, that one did okay. I wonder if it seems to do all right when you do it by itself, but if there's weight in it, it seems to act up. All right, let's get in this and hook up the other one, just to show you what the difference is between the two. And this other one I have is configured. It's the same as the other one we just showed you, except this one's configured as a vehicle load. And as you can see, this one is a bit low, because once it hooks up, it's lifting itself. So let's back up a little bit. There we go. Oh, it's still not liking it. Is that it? There we go. That one. We can unfold. So when you L1 and X unfolds, and it opens that back. So there we go. We got the back, and we also have. We do not have tension belts on either one of these actually, But at least this one has, when the back part drops down, it has like a little ramp from the back door dropping down. So this actually works much better for a vehicle loading than the other ones. So there we go. We have closed the door again. That's the only options we have. Now let's we have to highlight our truck. L1, R1, no, truck, drop, oh, the trailer. There we go. We have to highlight the trailer itself. There we go, L1 and X, and it will load it on there. Okay. It's a little bit more tricky when it's an IT trailer rather than the truck itself is the hook lift. I am using the Fiat 190/38 to pull this around, though. That works fine. And it's okay there. It's not locked down or anything, because if I hit something, it moves around. So yeah, it's just like I just put something in there, but it's rolling around. There's no way to lock it down necessarily unless you use another mod. But right, so now let's unload it and see. Oh, so it's behaving itself now, so that's good. It went for quite the ride last time I tried to hook it up. It's still a little bit. Oh, and then of course you have to highlight the trailer to unhook that. So it's a little bit more difficult to play around with when you're using a trailer. The next two are very straightforward and simple. We'll look at those. They're strictly just tipper trailers. One is what's called a skip, 16,500 liters. You have color options like so. There it is. And the next one here is also just a, it's called a grain container, 31,500 liters, color options also as you see there, no charge for the color. All right, so let's just jump into here and I will show you those two very quickly because they, as I said, they are very straightforward. Hook it up, attach it, again, L1 and X, drive away, and now it is a tipper, a multi-fruit, all product or bulk tipper, as you would say. All the items here except grapes, anything you want, like so. We're going to just put manure in there, why not? 16,500 liters. It only tips out the back. It does actually tip. If you highlight, see if I have the truck highlighted, you don't get the trigger. If you highlight the attachment, which in this case appears as a on top of the cab, you can get the trigger to unload. Unloading is nice. Animation's nice. It looks good. It works well. And that's that. Moving on to the next one, as we showed, it's just a larger version of this, really. Although I'm not sure why you would even have it as a separate item. Why not just have it? Why not just have it as a optional larger capacity for this, and you don't have to have 4 items in this mod. You'd only have 3. There we go. So that one unloaded fairly nicely, as it should. And same with this. Oh, there we go. Attach that. Load it on. These ones are the most well-behaved of them all, and I imagine probably going to be the ones most used if you're going to use them. Again, same stuff you could put in them. I'll put some corn in there just to show you. and we'll show you emptying them. There isn't any lights or anything on them or anything like that. There isn't anything else you can really do with them. It's just simply a container. And there we go. And emptying out is like that. Fairly decent rate of unload speed. And the animation is nice. So I think just overall, some issues with these two IT runners, with the other two, with the first two items, and it could be just a slight incompatibility with the hook lift I am using. These two, there are a number of others you might want to try. There's one in the Roland pack. There's a couple of other hook lift trucks out there. There's quite a lot of variety in the hook lift IT runner. See, this one's not. I guess I spoke too soon about behaving itself. So, actually, this is probably these IT runners are probably the most problematic out of all the IT runner attachments I've ever tested. So, I'm not gonna tag it needs an update, but I'm pretty sure it really does need an update. However, again, as I said, it could be because it's incompatible with what I've been testing them with. So I'm not gonna really be too hard on them. Just that you might want to try different IT hook lift truck and trailer than I did. I will tag these two in the description and a link to the mod hub for those, just so you know. But there's others out there, and that's about it. Thank you for watching. I'm Lily Farm Guy, and this is the ITRunner Pack by Pippi978, 7.3 megabytes to download, and 2 and 3 slots. Mostly 2-3 slots is for this big one on console. Thank you all for watching. I said that already, and until next time, bye for now.